Hello, hi, and welcome to Empathic Fire. I am your reader, Jay. This is going to be a collective mid-May message for the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Hello, you guys, wherever you guys are in the world right now. I hope you're safe, happy, healthy, and secure. Please continue to take very good care of yourselves and those that you know and love. That's kind of like erroneous what I just said. It's a collective reading. It kind of is, but it kind of isn't. I'm grouping them all together by elements this month. As some of you may know, I recently took a new job, so that has really tanked my energy. It's really knocked my focus off. I'm not focused on my meditation as much as I was and all that stuff. So I don't have as much time and energy to give to 12 individual videos for the mids. But I am still going to do that for the monthly. So that's why you're seeing this group together like this for this month, okay? Anyway, guys. Where am I going with this? I had a blank. There we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this deck, which is the Black Moon Astrology deck. We're going to talk about an anchoring card for all three signs, and then we're going to do individual reads with tarot cards based on the anchoring energy, all right? So we're going to start off and we're going to see what is affecting all three signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces at this time in mid-May. What is the collective anchoring energy that is most pertinent to all signs? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, please show me. And there will be timestamps for everything down below. I'm like so discombobulated in your energy. I just did all the other signs before you guys and it went well, but I'm like kind of out of sorts here. I'm kind of like loopy. Anyway, so guys, look in the description box. There's timestamps down there. If you want to jump ahead, go ahead and use them. That's why I put them there. If you're interested in getting a personal reading with me, that information is down there as well as the link to my Instagram if you want to follow me. That has gone dormant again because of, thank you, the new job where I'm just like all out of sorts, right? But anyway, let's see what your anchoring energy is, your collective pertinent energy for all water signs at this time in mid-May 2021. Show me. I don't know if this is you guys. I gotta say, it must be you guys because I did those other readings and like, you know, I tend to ramble, but not like right now. So let's see. For Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, anchoring collective energy that's pertinent at this time. North Node, life purpose. We'll put this over here. Card 41, numerology speaking, that boils down to a 5, so that'd be a challenge. And quite difficult, but North Node, life's purpose. So, kind of what it says on the tin. I feel you guys want to know and understand, what the hell am I here for? What am I supposed to do in this situation? What am I supposed to do in my life in general? How can I find my purpose, or how can I find direction? Like I'm getting a compass, or I'm getting this, there is an instrument, or maybe that was a fictional instrument that it's like two-pronged and it like moves like this. I think that's a real instrument for something. If you guys know what that is, or if that resonates with you, take it to the bank. But I don't really know what the hell that was. I've seen it somewhere on TV or something. Anyway, might have something to do with magnets, that instrument. So I feel some of you are in like deep meditation / prayer / visualization, you know, whatever practice floats your boat, and you're seeking. And some of you are feeling you're coming up short. Some of you are feeling like you're being blocked or sidelined from getting answers. Like the answers are not within your reach, or you don't understand what you're being told, what you're being shown, what you're reading, what you're possibly, for some of you, intuitively feeling for yourselves. Interesting. Okay, here we go. I mean that's kind of innate in what the North Node is. The North Node is not comfortable, right? It's what you are meant to aspire to. You know, it's not your tried and true. Your south node is your tried and true. And the north and south node are always going to be opposite signs. So if your north node is in Aries, your south node is in Libra. If your north node is in Taurus, then your south node is in Scorpio, right? So south node is what you know. It's tried and true. You've lived a life or several lives with that kind of energy or attributes. And you were comfortable, right? North node is uncomfortable, right? So that could be the struggle here for you guys, water signs, is like whatever your north node is or what your life purpose is. If you don't respond to north node, you don't even know what the hell I'm talking about, feel free to Google it. But this idea of wanting to understand purpose and functionality and how you can be best used, or how your skills, what you feel drawn to do. Well, north node also sometimes isn't what you're naturally drawn to do. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. But yeah, it's like the discrepancy there is throwing you guys for a loop, whether it's related to north node or not, is basically what I'm trying to say. So let's look at the book and see what. That was a loud slamming of the door. Anyway, let's look at card 41 or passage 41, entry 41, whatever, to see what else they say. I'm not going to read the entire listing or entry because it's way too long, but let's see. The north node points out the best areas for us to direct our talents and our wills. The north node shows the area of gifts. It represents destiny. It is directly opposed to the south node, which is much more serious and restrictive. The north node represents where we benefit from good work done in past lives and how that assists us here and now. The north node is the place in the chart where life becomes easier. It acts like a karmic Jupiter, where a doorway opens and suddenly you are where you need to be. When the north node card presents itself in a reading, you can be assured destiny has a place in your situation. Through many life lessons, you are about to arrive at a place for your highest good. Your life is expanding and opportunities pour in swiftly, catching you quite by surprise. This card also represents past life memories and karmic connections. Okay, so the book interprets south and north node a little bit differently. South node, again, is like, you know it from other lives. So the challenge, I suppose, comes from getting to a point where you can benefit or reach the opportunities or feel aligned with your gifts, feel aligned with your destiny. That's the struggle of north node. It's like a thing that comes naturally to you, or a thing that you feel inclined to do, but you haven't had the opportunity, the situations, the relationships, the time or practice with which to really flourish, right? To really blossom. So again, if your north node was in Leo and your south node is in Aquarius, Aquarius is very high knowledge. It's very, macro vision versus micro vision. What do I mean by that? The big picture versus the little picture, So Aquarius is very encompassing for all, and Leo's energy is very encompassing for the self. So you might have a natural inclination and comfortability with pleasing others or working well with others, but secretly you want to do your own dynamic thing as a solo person, right? So you've never had the opportunity. Maybe you have a big family, and so you've got brothers and sisters that always have needs and wants from you, and you've never been able to focus on yourself or put yourself to the forefront in the limelight, so to speak. That's just a very general example of how your north node might feel very natural and like, I want to do that, but the circumstances around me, my family life, my society, my job, whatever, I can't really focus on myself like that. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So let's get into it. That was a very long group opening. But let's get on into it. We're going to start with Cancer, go to Scorpio, and of course finish up with Pisces. So for Cancer, which deck please for Cancer's mid-month messages? Yes. Haunted House. This deck has been kind of popular this month. Or for the series, I should say. Alright, Cancer. Expanding on the North Node Life's Purpose card. Give me messages for Cancer, please, in mid-May 2021. For Cancer, messages for Cancer. Ooh, it's supposed to be really hot where I am today, and I'm feeling it. Windows are closed, AC is on, ceiling fan is on, but I can feel that heat outside. I'm trying to get in here. Anyway, Cancer, mid-May. Last one, thank you. Ooh, I almost dropped the deck. Okay. That's 4. Look at you, Cancer. Getting 4. All right. First card out was the Fool, 6 of Wands, and then the 3 of Wands, and the 9 of Cups. Okay. So, new beginnings, victory. Yeah, a lot of success or desire for success. Now, interestingly, this Fool, and this is a secondary major for Aquarius. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, but you don't have to be. This particular Fool card, to me, is always interesting in this deck because she looks like she's running scared. She looks like she's frightened for her life. Running out of the ocean or maybe along the shoreline there. One party glove on, one party glove off. And, you know, why? It's just like, where was she before? We can presume she was in the big mansion up on the cliff there, having, you know, a dinner party or something like that. So, again, related back to sort of what we were just talking about with the North Node card and also South Node. The comfortability, presumably, of that nice house on the cliffside there with the party dress, like a life of leisure or luxury or something like that. Not saying this is exactly what is going on in your situation. It's all metaphorical, of course. But then escaping that, running away from that, letting that go, you know, possibly because of fear, because of whatever. It's just like, Cancer, for you, something that was can no longer be. Something that was sensible, comfortable, familiar to you can no longer be. Either because you're over it, you're done with it, you've made the decision, or you've been pushed out, or the circumstances have changed in such a way that it's no longer comfortable, no longer familiar. Possibly, again, because of the illustration on that card, no longer safe. Okay, and so there is like a rush of energy with the Wands cards here. I do feel, and there's a lot of like fire energy simply with the colors of the North Node card, right? Oh, and well, no, never mind, I lied. But the colors there, the reds, the oranges, the yellows, right? It's very passion. It's very bursting, and so for some of you, it could be a very quick change or a very quick explosion, like night and day, possibly the difference. You might find yourself being thrust into a situation, or you jump out of a situation. I hope that makes sense, because again, there's like a pressure, or there's like a rush of energy with this Fool card right there. Also with the 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands now, in this combination over here, these 3 cards collectively, I feel you're trying to rush towards success. So for some of you, kind of what North Node was saying, life's purpose. You've had the inclination, you've had the gifts, you've had the abilities, possibly your whole life long, or at least you're coming to the realization, hey, I'm really good at XYZ. I need to be able to do XYZ in a effective, positive way. I'm trying to, you know, give the world what I've got to give it. Yeah. And so opportunity knocks, possibly in your mind or in your circumstances, but only once. So this is kind of feeling like you're having to make the most of the opportunity as it comes to you, right? Strike while the iron is hot. So for some of you Cancers, the rush comes because you don't want to miss it. Maybe it's come before. Maybe it's not just a one-time thing. Maybe for some of you, you've had this opportunity before. Someone made you an offer. There was a chance to change jobs. There was a chance to relocate, something like that. And you didn't take it up because you were comfortable where you were. And that was a disservice to yourself, perhaps. And now you're just like, never again. I'm not going to miss this chance. I'm not going to miss this opportunity. My happiness, Nine of Cups, is on the line. My fulfillment is on the line. Now, the Three of Wands is about sort of what expectations, having things come to us that we've always known were meant for us. So it did, I think, yeah, the book did mention the word destiny here. So for some of you, if you don't know what your North Node is, explore that, look it up, see if it resonates with you. If it doesn't, maybe sit on it, let it marinate. Maybe it will never resonate. I don't know. But if you feel aligned with, or you're already aware of your North Node, that could be the Three of Wands, the expectation. It's like, I've always known because my North Node is in, Sagittarius or whatever, that I was going to do blah, blah, blah. Or that I always was destined or meant to experience this, that, or the other. Yes? So I think Cancer, there's a knowing. I'm really skeeved. I gotta be honest. I'm kind of skeeved and sketchy about the Fool energy because, again, the illustration shows panic. The illustration shows fear, shows someone running possibly for their lives. And maybe that's just how you feel. Maybe there's like nothing to actually be afraid of. Like maybe you're in very safe circumstances and situations and around very safe people who care for you and don't wish you any harm. And the fear is more self-made. Okay. Others of you, it could be circumstantial. It could be you're running from people and places and surroundings that are unsafe. I'm not sure. Okay. Cancer, that's your reading for mid-May. If that made sense to you, if it resonated with you at all, like, share, subscribe, comment, do all that fun stuff. Okay. We're going to move on now and do Scorpio. Scorpio, hello. Which deck for Scorpio, please? They're like, it's going to go in this hand. They want, this hand is like deciding. And I'm like, what the hell? Whatever. It's that. I can't reach, well, I could have reached it, but that would have been obnoxious. But something about the right hand. So some of you might have an issue with the right hand at this time. Put it in the hand, put it in the right hand, put it in my hand. Something about that. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. But it's going to go in the hand is what, I don't know. Sometimes I really don't understand what my guides are talking about until afterwards. I'm like, what the hell were we talking about when we did that reading? And then I'm like, oh, I get it. And I never come back and tell you guys. At least not the public readings. In private readings, I'll come back and I'll tell somebody. I'm like, oh, I had a thought 2 days after our reading. And I think this is what they meant, my guides. Have a good day. Anyway, Scorpio, please. Messages for Scorpio mid-May. Related back to the North Node, life's purpose, collective energy for the water signs. Give me further information for Scorpio in mid-May 2021. Okay, very good. There we go. All right. All right. What's this hesitation? Are we ready or no? Yes. Okay. And then I'm shaking out my hand, and then who's at the bottom? You're at the bottom. Interesting. Okay. Scorpio, what are the messages? Yes. Thank you. Oof. That was quick. All right. Four of Cups. Three of Wands, Judgment. And there you are again. That's your secondary major, Scorpio. So you're in this reading, meaning you're in your energy. Some of you might be feeling yourselves, feeling your oats. I think whatever it means to be a Scorpio, I'm not one myself, but whatever it means to be a Scorpio, what it feels like for you, how it resonates with you, how you find camaraderie with your Scorpion brothers and sisters, I feel like you're in that mode. Like, I am a Scorpio. This is how we are. I'm not apologizing. Or I feel empowered, emboldened. I feel at home right now, astrologically speaking. Could be more than Scorpio, could be certain aspects of your chart, could be certain placements or astrological movements that are happening in your chart right now if you're like a deep astrologer. But I feel like you feel known, recognized, understood on a cosmic astrological level. Whatever that means to you, however that resonates. Now, Four of Cups, Three of Wands, and again, Judgment. Yeah. I feel, Scorpio, you have had enough. Definitely not taking any offers that don't speak to you. Now, the Four of Cups can be, traditionally speaking, can be interpreted as apathy, as being bored, uninspired, things of that nature. I'm not sensing it that way because, unlike other depictions of the Four of Cups, this woman presumably is looking directly at the person that is offering her that cup. That mug, I should say. It's not a cup, it's a mug. But you see the hand on the left side reaching out saying, here you go. And she's looking dead ass right at the person that's extending the hand and going, no, thank you. So for some of you, it's literally you're looking a person in the eye saying, no, thank you. But more metaphorically, on a wider scale, I think you're looking at what is coming into your life. People, places, things, opportunities, energies, what have you, and you're like shutting it down. This feels more decisively no, as opposed to traditional interpretations of the Four of Cups, which is passively no. This is a direct no, not a passive no. I really don't get a sense that Scorpios are asleep at this time. I feel the Scorpios that will resonate with this message, you're very much awake and aware of what's going on in your life, what you have going for you now, and what you want to go or come towards you in the future with, again, the Three of Wands here, which we just talked about with Cancer, right? A little bit, which you may or may not have watched. But Cancer got the Three of Wands, and it was this expectation and like knowing what is meant for you will come to you, or your destiny was going to eventually open up in your life, and you were going to be able to seize the moment. I feel you have a similar energy. Yours, though, theirs was very much escapist or run away from and needing to distance from. I feel yours is like internalize the distance or internalize the escape, Judgment. I feel if you're leaving things behind or things are being quote unquote yanked from your life, some of you might interpret it that way, things are being pulled from your life as opposed to you pushing them away. I feel like there's an internal awareness of that or understanding of that. I feel you take it to bed with you with this Judgment card, which, if you're sleeping in a coffin, I guess we can call you Dracula or something. But no, it's like I feel even if it's painful, which we talked about a little bit with the North Node card in the opening, if it's uncomfortable to you, the things that you're seeing or experiencing, you are, like I said before, in your Scorpio fashion, you are making the most out of this terrible, awful, suffering situation. The pain that you might be experiencing, the suffering, the disgruntled feelings you have, the angry feelings you have, the sad feelings you have, the disappointed feelings you have, you're looking straight at them going, nah, don't want more of that. Or, I see I've onboarded so much of this negative stuff in my life, or negative people in my life, negative situations in my life, negative self-talk in my life, whatever it is, you are acknowledging your part in it, or you're acknowledging that it's going to contribute to sort of your reinvention, rebirth, perhaps. More cliched phrases. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Like, Scorpio is almost like the embodiment of that. Well, actually, all the fixed signs, I should say. But Scorpio, because your sign is more interested or more aligned with this rebirth, like literal death, and then, or not literal death, but figurative, metaphorical death, and then rising from the ashes. I think that phrase, that cliche of, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger is kind of like, should go on like, the encyclopedia of Scorpio or something like that. What it's dealing with, I think, will heavily go back to North Node life's purpose for some of you. If you don't know what your North Node is, look into it, read up on it, see if it resonates with you. Also note the placements. I'm not an astrologer. I cannot read charts for you for a fee. And I don't offer to read them for free. If we're friends, I would. But find an astrologer who could read the chart for you and interpret the placement. Because the placement based on house and degree and all of the aspects that it has in relation to your other placements, it could really, 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 really give you some insight if you're seeking insight. And some of you might be seeking insight with the Three of Wands, because not only is Three of Wands of expectation, what has always been mine will come to me is kind of what this feels like. Three of Wands can also be exploration. Well, let me make sure, or let me understand exactly what I'm seeking. So I like this. This feels like a personal glow up. This feels like a personal revolution or revelation. Yeah, I like this for you. Okay? That's all I can say. I like this for you. But I'm scared. I gotta be honest. It feels like Tinderbox. If you or someone just like puts a spark on it, So I don't know. Do with that what you will. All right, thank you, Scorpio. That is your reading. If you liked it, hit the like. Oh, is that a card flipped over? It is. What is it? A card flipped over. It was the Emperor. Interesting. We'll talk about that for 2 seconds. Emperor, Aries energy. So boss man, boss lady kind of energy. Leadership. For some of you, you might be confronting your father or have issues with maleness, masculinity, strong, very powerful people in your life, or people who carry heavy masculine energy. You might have your North Node in Aries. You might have a lot of masculine energy in your chart, but just ballparking this. Also, just going off of the illustration, this could be a person, or you could be a public speaker, a public figure, something like that, okay? Thank you, Scorpio. We're going to move on now and do Pisces. So for Pisces mid-May message, which deck for Pisces in mid-May? Pisces, you're curveballing me. Where is your deck? What energy are we aligning? Where are we? Is this where the discombobulated energy came from? Only Pisces? I feel suddenly like I'm lost. I feel suddenly like, I don't know what's going on. Where? And it's hard. Yeah, this is hard to contain. Hello, Pisces. Thank you for joining. Pisces deck. Please give me Pisces. A deck for Pisces. Show me. Okay, we got there. That was weird. And this is also interesting because I set, several decks out to do for the collective reading, but you're the first sign to get this deck, which makes you the only sign that's going to get this deck. So, Pisces, your energy feels very lightheaded, very swimmy, like suddenly I'm very discombobulated. I just did Scorpio. I didn't take a break. If you've been watching the entire video, you've seen what I've gone through. And I feel really dizzy. I feel really out of it. But at the same time, there's something to be said about selecting a deck out of 12 signs that only Pisces will get. I've used the other decks, I think, multiple times, except for maybe... No, I did. Every other deck I've used multiple times, except this one. I'm pretty sure. I used... I used that once. So you and Leo, I think, are the only two signs that have one deck that I didn't use for any other sign today. Interesting. All right, enough of the talking. Hi, Pisces. Let's get into it. Whew. What's going on? Cancer and Scorpio did not have me feeling like this. You guys, you got me feeling some kind of way here. I don't know what this is. Pisces, please. Mid-May. Messages for Pisces. Mid-May. Related back to North Node life purpose as the anchoring energy for all water signs. What do you have for Pisces in mid-May 2021? Mid-May 2021 for Pisces. Messages for them. All right, there we go. And I had to get quiet, had to get mellow here. Did I say something about drugs at the beginning in the collective reading? If so, maybe you guys are getting high. I don't know. And I mean, 12th house, kind of part of your, kind of part of what you guys are all about. Pisces, please show me mid-May messages for Pisces. Wow. Okay, sure. Hermit, yeah. Okay. I think that fell first, but that's here. Yeah, that's fine. They want it that way. That's good. All right, so Hermit, High Priestess, and the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. Yeah. Pisces, Virgo here, Hermit, Secondary Major, High Priestess for Cancer. Could be dealing with either of those signs or not at all. Sometimes people associate High Priestess with your energy as well, Pisces, so take that if that resonates with you. Yeah, not you're going through something that's similar to what I was just saying for Scorpio. I think Pisces, you're in a very Piscean mood. You're very much feeling like yourself, meaning whatever being a Pisces means to you, I think that it's resonating with you. If you think Pisces are big, bad, and strong, that's how you feel. If you feel that Pisces are very elusive and psychic or intuitive, that's what you're feeling is true. I'm feeling there is a sense of self that you are aware of that is your natural inclination. And it doesn't have to be Pisces, specifically your sun sign. If you're big into astrology, and again, tying it back to North Node and the message that we were talking about at the start of the video, it could be the collective of your entire birth chart, or maybe a certain segment or placement in your birth chart that's really resonating with you at this time. Whatever it is, I feel you recognize yourself very well, but I feel like it's the underside of yourself, the subterranean side of yourself that you're resonating with the most, not the top side or the above the surface side of yourself, the conscious self. I think subconsciously, High Priestess, you're on. You have intuitive nudges, your dreams are on point, your what you're studying and or what you're exploring in terms of what you believe cosmically, all that kind of stuff. It's really jiving or gelling, I should say, with you. What's not is how, quote unquote, as I was saying in a previous reading, top side you, surface side you, Pisces, is not really melding, or you're not finding resonance with it. So this could be a struggle, again, related back to North Node, with what you do for a living or what your life has been up until this point. You might live a certain, or you've been walking a certain path and you have never felt aligned with that path. And what you dream about, what you fantasize about, what you know from an instinctual or intuitive space is more what you want to do or more where you want to be. And so that's the struggle here between what you are and what you want to be, what you see and what you want to see, what you have, and what you want to have. Things like that. Do you understand? So with the Hermit here, I think you are falling in line. I think most of you are falling in line heavily, meaning you're doing what is asked of you on a day-to-day basis. Hermit, Virgo and energy, 6th house energy, talks about that. Daily routines, what we do for a living, how we factor into our communities, and sort of the ins and outs. Very mundane, it's not, 6th house is not about imagination and fun and exploration. And, fun fact, this is your opposite sign, Virgo, right? So, and opposite your 12th house placement, yes? So there's this struggle, again, with what you're doing on the surface. On the surface. When I'm saying on the surface, I'm meaning in your conscious space. But on the surface could be what you do to get along in life. Meaning some of you might be wearing masks, which is, more 12th house anyway, because 12th house is escapism. It's about masquerades, illusions, delusions, things like that. So it's dressing things up to appear as if they are not what they really are. So some of you might be leading double lives, okay? And that's a struggle for you to do. Yes? For whatever reason, it might feel as though the subterranean, subconscious, other, whatever the other is the real you. But the struggle is how to get that to come to the surface, to be the primary way you live, function, present, express, etc., etc. 2 of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel you haven't found the solution yet, Pisces. I do feel, like I said before, some of you are in your Pisces mood and you feel very much in your element, or you identify with those attributes of Pisces. And some of the attributes of Pisces is escapism, fantasy, and not really being interested in reality because it's less satisfactory than your dream world. I talk about this a lot. And some of you may know, I have several Pisces in my life. 2 of my best friends are Pisces. And I see it. It's like they don't dwell on it. They're not bitter about it. But they do express to me very regularly, like, real life is a disappointment. Like every day I'm like, here comes a bunch of crap that I didn't ask for, that I didn't want, but here it is anyway, and I have to deal with it, and I have no options other than to participate or show up or respond. And it's like, I'd rather not. I think that was a part of your message in the May reading for Pisces. I'd rather not. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. I'd rather not. So I think some of you guys are in this headspace of reality will never be what I want it to be. My life thus will never be what I want it to be. So I'm just going to go ahead and rock out in my fantasy world, rock out in my subterranean subconscious world, rock out in my second life, in my my double life. Whatever that means to you, whether it's good or bad, whatever your double life is, I feel you kind of prefer the second life. Second Life, that's a video game. I don't know if I've ever played it, but I think that's a video game. And now because I'm saying video game, some of you are like, you live a very rich online life, but I keep clicking my tongue. I don't know why I'm doing that. Anyway, but your offline life is not as cool as your online life. And that's not me reading you. That's not me, being petty and being like, oh, you're out here faking it on Instagram, doing it for the gram. I'm not trying to say that. But that's what you're doing. And you like it. Or it fulfills you for now, is what I'm feeling like. This 2 of Pentacles, I think, is possibly you're exhausted, Pisces. Possibly you're just like, in this moment, you can't give a shit to pretend that your real life isn't as fulfilling as your second life, online life, double life, whatever it is. Some of you are just like, yeah, if I could, I would primarily live that way, but I can't. Okay? Pisces, that's your reading for mid-May. If it resonated with you, if it made sense to you, please drop a like, drop a comment. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so before. If you're still here and you've watched this entire video, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, I appreciate you all. Again, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so before. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see when I do uploads and go live on the channel. And make sure you leave a comment if this resonated with you. I love you guys' comments, okay? I'll be back soon, guys, to do your June readings. Each individual sign will get their own video for June. As for changing the mids, I might keep it this way. I might change it back. I don't know. New job, new circumstances. I'm reacclimating. Give me a chance. Give me a moment. Anyway, and if you guys want to get at me for a personal reading, you can find out how to do so by looking in the description box below, okay? Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Take care.